What's up, everybody? This is the Great Divine One, and I'm going to show you how to obtain your trusty steed in Elden Ring, and very easily in the beginning of the game, in case you were looking for your trusty steed and wondering how you would be able to obtain him or her. So, what you're going to want to do is come over here and activate this area right here, which is one of the lost. It's called a lost grace, and this is an area that you can fast travel back to when you open up the lost grace locations. Those will be areas you can fast travel back to on your map. It also allows you to rest, to add stuff to your inventory in your stash, or remove it. It's up to you.
Forgive me.
Oh, goodness.
I've been testing you to see whether or not grace truly does guide you, and whether you are fit to face the challenge that entails. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hall, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I would like to go, but I was in the middle of a video I was trying to make, so I'm going to close it out for right now, and I'm going to show you how to obtain your trusty steed real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll go to the round table. So I'm going to leave here, and I'll explain to you how she came about. So also with your lost grace locations, you're gonna see a glowing spectral, like pointing you in a direction that you're gonna want to go into on the map when you're playing. It's just a guidance to show you what areas you want to check out, and there might be a boss over there, or some other enemies that you want to engage in combat in order to pick up some runes as well, and farm a little bit, pick up some items when you're out here on your map area, such as these little red flowers that will be in these little bush areas as well. So anyhow, I'm going to show you what you need to do in order to get your trusty steed, and then I'll also show you how to get to the round table. And you keep seeing the message was appraised. I will explain that too as well. So when you're fighting and you first come in and you're exploring the map, you're going to come across what's called this message finger. You're going to find a finger. Okay, you will obtain a finger at the very beginning of the game, and what it allows you to do is go ahead and make messages. And you can choose any template of message that you want to make as well. And I'm going to leave a message for other players to read. So once you pick up this finger, it's going to allow you to write and go into your inventory and go down to your messages, and you can scribe a message for other players to read, which will actually upgrade. Well, it will replenish your hit points. So in case you're fighting or something like that, and I left it in the very beginning in that area where you first spawn in and you come out to this map area. Leave it right there at the front door so that players that are just coming into the game can read your message, and trust me, they will, especially if you're out fighting and engaging with an enemy. That's what you want to do, is have your hit points replenished. So, and you'll have other players coming in to read your message. So you're going to finish, and you're going to press OK. And I'm not going to do it because I don't want to take it from the location that I'm at. So this will delete message in progress. Is that okay? Yes. Yeah, because I don't want to do it. So anyhow, I left at the front door up there, and it keeps as you can see, this is the area where I left my message right here. And there's another player who left their message right here as well. So when you read other players' messages, that what that does is it replenishes your hit points, and which is good because that's what you want, and that's where you want to scribe your message at the very beginning, so other players that are just now coming in can read your message. So also, if you want to obtain your trusty steed, this is what you're gonna do. See that church right there, right ahead of you? You're gonna go over there and you're gonna pick up two ruins, I believe, two runes that are there, and you want to pick those up. You want to avoid this guy on the horse. He's a really strong boss as of right now, because you're first coming into the game. So you actually want to avoid him. In order to also to avoid him, a good thing would be to crouch, because you can hide in bushes as well. Don't draw your sword and kill that little calf right there, because if you do, you're going to go into battle. Well, that boss will hear your battle fight. So I'm sneaking my way over to the church and past him. You can actually sneak and hide in bushes like this. Okay, that will be very helpful, especially if you're trying to sneak up on an enemy and hit them from behind. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here, and there's going to be two runes at this post. Okay, and you're going to pick those runes up. As you can see, my messages are constantly being read, so that's going to help me if I was engaging and fighting, and it will replenish my hit points. So that's exactly where you want to leave your message at. Once you obtain that finger, and you can obtain that finger over in this location area where you first come in, the first step. And I obtained my finger over here in this area after fighting a couple of times. So now back to the trusty steed. So once you pick up your runes, because you're going to need those runes, you're going to come over here, and there is going to be an item that you're going to pick up for the blacksmith that you will definitely need. This is also a guy that you can talk to and trade items and sell items with. So he's a vendor basically. So as you can see, the Lost Grace is pointing in the direction that I need to go next. But what I want to do is I want to go over to this other location where there are guardsmen guarding this area. And this area it's the gate front ruins. And you want to go over here and pick up this scroll that is located in this particular area. And I want to be careful. I do want to engage them in fight, but for the sake of the video, I am just going to go ahead and just sneak around. And you can also pick up these flowers and plants along the way that you're going to need. And also around these areas where these crumbled buildings are, you can find rune fragments. And you definitely want the rune fragments. You're going to need those later on in the game. So just go ahead and pick them up. And like I said, they're always located near these crumbled, buildings or what have you. So, also, you see a big old ball like this, you want to go ahead and kill this little dung beetle. And that's going to give you, it's going to give you something special. I don't want to ruin it for you, but you definitely want to kill those dung beetles. And so this is the area right here, the gate front ruins, where the scroll is located. And what you want to do is sneak in, get a little closer, and sneak in, and I'll show you where it's going to be located and where you're going to remove it from. So you do want to be careful of these guards. Okay, so we're gonna sneak in. And see this long pole right here. This is where oh, it's not a pole, but this thingy right here is where your scroll is going to be. You're going to pick it up, okay? You're going to pick that little scroll off of that pillar or whatever you want to call it right there. Once you pick up that scroll off that pillar, you're going to head over here to one of your Lost Grace sites and activate it. And I'm just going to go around these enemies just for the sake of the video. And doing stealth kills is very helpful, especially in the very beginning of the game when you're trying to obtain runes from enemies. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and come over to this Lost Grace location, and I'll show you what's on your map. And the reason why I'm doing this after I complete it, because I don't want to give you any spoilers, trying not to give you as many spoilers as possible. So this is the Lost Grace that you want to activate. The Egg Hill Lake North is located just across your way from the first step. So north, a little northeast of the first step. So that's where you definitely want to go, is to the Ag Hill Lake North. Lost Grace, activate this and you will obtain your trusty steed. Now I have my trusty steed. I've already obtained him, and I want to make sure I didn't give you any spoilers. That's why I went ahead and did it and made the video afterwards. So once you rest, you're going to basically talk to the lady that's going to take you to the round table. So I'm going to do another video of going to the round table, but that's basically, it's going to take you, I want to say, maybe 45 minutes to an hour of fighting in game, of fighting with enemies, picking up items, flowers, things like that, killing, little animals and getting, items from them as well. So, and once you've done that, you're going to come, like I said, go to those areas, because you do need that piece for the blacksmith. You do need those runes to come in handy. And then work your way over here to this particular Lost Grace. And then once you sit down, the lady, she will appear to you, and she's going to give you a ring for your trusty steed. So that's basically how you obtain your trusty steed. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. I hope this video was helpful to you. And look out for the other video on how to get to the round table. Alright, guys, take care.